As we get closer to Superman and the flop of the DCU, the return of the Snyderverse is right around the corner. What's going on, everybody? Hit that subscribe and let's get into it. All right, look, first things first, I want to say, as all these trolls continue to come out and say that the Snyderverse is done, it's over, and move on, no. We refuse to move on, and we will stop at nothing. And you clowns know that when we came together, we fought together and we got the Snyder Cut. Everybody was against it, but what do we have? The Snyder Cut. And that's all that matters. We have it on physical and we have it on digital. Pick and choose which one you want to watch it. The point is that we won. And now you have all these James Gunn shills and cultists coming out and trying to justify an invalid excuse because they know that Superman is going to tank at the box office. Say what you want, but you clowns are making and faking everything with this whole reboot. Nobody's buying tickets, and the few people and the few theaters that are selling out aren't enough. Day of release, you are going to feel the true power of the fans, the customers, and the consumer worldwide, because we are together. We are united, and most of all, we will make the change to this company. And say what you want, hashtags do work. If they wouldn't, why are you jumping on the bandwagon and trying to make your own hashtags with James Gunn? Because you know that there's a movement with it. When you see the fans come together and all of us asking for restore the Snyderverse, that's exactly what we want. We want Zack Snyder to finish his universe and finish his vision. We want the same thing with David Ayer. And in due time, it's going to happen. Because the same thing happened with the Snyder Cut. Everybody was saying it, and they were opposing us. And they were saying, oh, that Joss Whedon's cut is the one that WB wanted to put out. Yeah, that's the one they wanted to put out. And look at the mess that it costed them. Literally. It costed them at the box office. And it costed them more money because they had to go and still give us what we want. Because we got the Snyder Cut. And yes, it costed them money. Now, all of this is an investment because all of this brought them profits back. If the Snyderverse wasn't successful, why do they keep on putting out merchandise 10 years later and it continues to sell out? How come it doesn't go on clearance? Meanwhile, everything with James Gunn goes on sale, goes on clearance, and it always ends up in the section that nobody cares about. That's why, because it doesn't sell. With Zack Snyder, that's a brand. It sells. Say what you want, but those are the facts. And the salty James Gunn clowns know it. That's why all these shills are coming out and trying to bark and say, oh, the Snyderverse is done. It's not going to return. It's not going to happen. You know who says that? People with excuses. People who always have an excuse for everything. And that's exactly what these James Gunn cultists are. Full of excuses. They always have an excuse, but this and but that. Trying to justify something, knowing that it's done, that it's over. The stocks don't lie. The numbers don't lie. The profits don't lie. Most of all, the ticket sales don't lie. These tickets for James Gunn are fake. And now James Gunn is trying to tell everybody, oh, you should really experience it in 3D. Because, of course, tickets are like $30 a pop. So they're trying to make every little penny that they can before it releases because they know it's going to tank at the box office. I've never seen a company so desperate trying to push something so they could try to make profit. But you're seeing it because people are reporting everywhere, not just in the US, outside of the US also. Tickets are not selling. And the few spots that are selling aren't enough. James Gunn doesn't have the following like that. And most of the fans of James Gunn are all shills. They're all paid to go ahead and promote this whole fabricated lie. As always, hit that subscribe. The Snyderverse will get restored in due time. Drop your comments, and until next time.